Most people believe Russia invaded Ukraine simply because of NATO expansion, but the real story runs far deeper than that. There are three critical things most people never heard about this conflict, and they change everything you thought you knew. In 2021, Russia did not just demand Ukraine stay out of NATO. Russia demanded NATO stop expanding entirely across Europe. This was an ultimatum directed at the entire Western alliance, a bold geopolitical demand that shook global diplomacy to its core. Western leaders rejected those demands, and within weeks Russian troops began massing along Ukraine's borders in unprecedented numbers. Number 2, just days before the invasion, violence in eastern Ukraine's Donbas region suddenly and dramatically escalated. Shelling reports surged, civilians fled, and international monitors recorded a sharp spike in ceasefire violations along the contact line. Russia used this escalation as justification, claiming it needed to protect Russian-speaking populations living in eastern Ukraine. Number 3. Putin publicly argued that Ukrainians and Russians are fundamentally one people, sharing a single historical identity. He published a lengthy essay claiming Ukraine had no true, separate national identity and was historically part of Russia's civilization. This ideological belief transformed the conflict from a military operation into something far more personal and deeply rooted in identity. So this war was never purely about military strategy or alliance membership. It was about power, identity, and historical control. The Minsk agreements, signed to bring peace to Donbas, had already collapsed under years of broken promises and mutual distrust. NATO's open-door policy, which promised eventual membership to willing nations, became a red line Russia was determined to enforce. Geopolitical analysts argue this war exposed the dangerous gap between Western liberal values and Russian imperial historical thinking. Millions of lives were disrupted, cities reduced to rubble, and Europe faced its largest military conflict since World War II. Understanding these hidden layers does not justify the invasion, but it reveals the complex forces that made this war inevitable. So ask yourself, is this war really about NATO, or is it about something far older, far deeper, and far more dangerous?